So, decided I was gonna kind of make a video about this. I really want to. I'm gonna be TIG welding. I've never seen myself weld before. But I can't just be talking to myself the whole time. My God, my camera quality's amazing. So, yeah. I'm not tucking my shirt. Sorry, guys. But I can't just be talking to myself. So, yeah, or else I'm gonna go crazy. Now, when it comes to TIG welding, when it comes to TIG welding, there's a couple things. It's hot. TIG welding gets really hot, and cleanliness is next to godliness. What I mean by that, I'll show you here. So let's say, I'm gonna turn the. So let's say, these are my welds, by the way. So these are kind of my earlier welds. I started to get it down, and then I came over here and just completely awful, right? And then we get over here. I'm not gonna spoilers. It's kind of okay. And I did that, and then my dad did that. I don't like this though because I like fusion welding personally. But cleanliness is next to godliness. So if you've got a bunch of rust, this is not good, right? You want it to be clean so you can get nice clean welds that don't flake on you, right? So we're just gonna kind of go at it. I'm using the Eastwood TIG 200, if y'all were wondering. And yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be welding tonight, but we're just gonna kind of go for a feel. So yeah. Yeah, it gets really hot though, so I do put a little piece of cardboard down. I don't know what size rod this is, but a really flimsy rod. And I'm welding on about 1/2 inch piece of metal. Let's see here. This was the kind of rod my dad was using yesterday to weld that U. Really thick piece of metal. I like welding on thinner stuff if I can, thinner rod and thinner metal, but just because this is my 3rd day TIG welding, I kind of want to weld on thicker stuff. So like my dad did that weld, he stopped right in that middle. I don't know if you can see that. And then once I get better, I'm going to do the other side, and then we're gonna compare the two. So today what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start off just laying my wire down and dragging, and then once I get a feel for it, I'm going to start dabbing into it. It's been a long day, guys. I'm really tired. So we're just going to see how this goes. Let's pray to God I don't shock myself. So let's get to it, guys. That's obviously not fucking right. Oh, that would be why. That's really strange. I've never seen it do that before. I gotta sharpen my tungsten. You unscrew this and you dab it out. Yeah. not sharp enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you over here. Actually, I'll just have you up here. Now, you sharpen your tungsten rod so that you get a cleaner weld. By the way, this gets really hot. That's a good point. You want it to be really pointy. And your tungsten will be really hot. Why do we use tungsten? Because it has the highest melting point out of all metals. Right there. Make sure that we're using the sharp side. And yeah. Oh, that's why. Remember to turn the gas on, guys. Remember to turn the gas on. Could almost kill myself. That's not good. No bueno. Actually, I might have just put my cup back. Nope, we're good. Alright, let's get the welding, guys. So, just gonna press it on there. We'll see how we kind of do today. Yep. Using the foot pedal for this today. Okay, so for my first welds of the day, that's not bad. It's actually really good. I'm really proud of that. So yeah, we're gonna do that again a couple more times. We're just gonna see how that goes. Actually aren't really bad today. For some of my first welds, not bad at all. Kind of really proud of those. So let's kind of keep going, see how we can do it. I'm going to start dabbing now. not bad. I started smelling something really weird. Not gonna lie, I thought I was on fire for a second. I've caught on fire before, so 6, 7. But for some of my first welds, it's not bad. I'll show you guys these when I'm done. So yeah, not too bad though. I'm really proud of these. That one's alright. It's kind of everywhere. That middle part's really good. But, I don't know what happened. I guess I stopped putting my filler rod in. And I have like a massive gap between my weld. But so far, these aren't bad tonight. I might give myself a new rod though. I've ran out pretty quick because it's so thin. And the metal's so thick. So, just kind of keep playing it from here. Wait, I don't know what happened during that last part. So that's actually a really bad weld. It's whatever though. I'm working with really thin rod, so I'm gonna give myself that, but I'm not happy with that one. But when you're at rock bottom, the only way you can go is up, so. Let's grab some thicker rod. Let's see here. You know what? We're just gonna grab what's on the table. This is a really thick rod. It's insane how thick that is. Oh, it's a little high. It's a little hot. It's a little hot. Just a little. Okay. Let's do it again. Practice makes perfect. Oh shit. This will be a little hotter. completely dipped off my end. That's literally like as hot as I can get. I'm pretty much just melting the rod. And it's just staying there. This rod sucks. It's whatever, I guess. I have to go redo it. And this stuff's hot. There's no real cooling it down. I'll be right back. Yeah, some tungsten in my eye. It's okay. It'll buff out. It'll buff out. Always does. It's a really nice tip. I'm gonna do something. I haven't done this before, but you know. If you're doing whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. The best thing about it. For a semi-thick rod. One's a little thicker. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, he just has these kind of laying here. I don't think he'll use them for anything. They don't have any measurements on them, so actually. I don't use the ones on the table, but I will use the ones on the ground. Perfect. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try to weld that to this. Because, you know, why not? I'm bored of doing lines. You can see all of them too, which is a sad thing because I've done so many lines. It's insane. So, we're just going to fucking weld it on, I guess. I'm going to tack it first. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to fusion weld it. That's hot. Just a little hot. JK cannot fusion weld that. Okay, am I burning through the metal? Yeah. Yeah, I am. So I can't weld for crap when it comes to tacking things on. my welds up. Trying to make me a little upset. I don't know why my weld sucks so bad. It was just so good. Guess I'll have to see if my dad will show me how to tack things on. But for now, I'm just going to use thinner rod, and I'm going to keep line welding. That's pretty much all I know how to do right now. I'm not going to try to teach myself something new. So. Oh, that's why. With my tip. It's all out of whack. Might just be too tired for this, to be honest. I've done I don't know how much stuff today. Freaking mowed the lawn, worked on my truck. It's been a busy day. Very busy day. When you think of TIG welding, you want to think of it as welding with a pencil, but without lead. Or I guess with lead. But you're holding the lead in but your tip needs to be sharp, because like if you're writing with the pencil and your tip's not sharp, your writing's going to look bad, right? Well, if you have a sharp tip on the end of your pencil, writing's gonna look good. So obviously you want a decently sharp pencil, and that's what you gotta think as the tip has. A pencil. You gotta think of it like a pencil. Sorry, table. Table gets a little mad at me when it gets too hot. I don't know what to tell you though.
Oh shit. The table was on fire.
Oops. Well, if the table's got on fire, I think that's the world trying to tell me stop welding for today. I've spent 30 or so minutes out, 30 minutes out here, probably right around there. I think I better quit while I'm at it. Yeah. Let's just hope that doesn't catch on fire again tonight. Alright, well, that's about it. I don't know if I can even send this to anybody, but I'll definitely try. So, peace.